Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview on a Monday, August 22nd, 2016. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL.
And your U.S. Treasury.
FXCL, excellence in trading. Traders, great to be with you on a Monday, the beginning of our trading week. Sunny skies, hot and white sandy beaches coming to you from Thailand. Traders, this is currently 19:02 hours in Bangkok, Thailand time, which would give us 20:02 hours on Wall Street, which would still be Sunday night, and it's Monday morning for me. Traders, like I said, great to be with you. I have a little bit to talk about today. I got to tell you, traders, this is the slowest summer I've seen in 10 years of trading. This has really been quite a challenge for us this year in the summer. We only have about 2 weeks left. Probably by the Wednesday after Labor Day, out of the United States holiday is over, everybody will be back to work and we can get back to normal. All right, traders, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday, and I am your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I did start trading in the year of 2006, and in 2008 I retired from a wonderful, exciting 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday. Well, traders, I'm in my 9th year, and I'm still here. Just love living in Asia. And the biggest thing, besides the people and the food, is the time zone. I can trade Asia, London, and I trade about the first 2.5 hours of New York. As I do trade a different instrument, I trade options. Traders, I do listen to fundamentals all day long. I pay for a newsfeed. You do not have to pay for a newsfeed. You can get it for free. And check with your broker. A lot of brokers provide news feeds for free, and they're vocal. They're moderated news feeds. However, because of what I do for a living, plus my own trading, I do need a paid news feed. All right, so how do I trade? Well, I'm a pullback trader. I like to see the currency pair make a move, give me a pullback, and I usually use the Fibonacci tool to see where I want to get in. And I like price action, price structure, and price value, and of course, price levels is so important in my trading. I do use price levels a lot. Why? Because Forex repeats itself. And that is something that you just have to understand. And if the level comes back, you know it's going to get rejected or it's going to go right through it. And I've seen that happen many times. So I take my fundamentals, so I know what's coming out fundamentally, data-wise. I know who's speaking. And if I'm in that trade that's going to affect that currency, I can protect myself. Even if I'm in a loss, I'm going to move my stop shorter. I'm just going to protect myself and make sure that I don't get hurt, even though I'm going to take a loss because of this data. So that's just a little bit about how I trade. Let's get to the legal stuff. This is the Forex disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential of rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex or any other market. Traders, this is a game of capital preservation. Live to trade another day. Traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's hit it. Sorry about that, traders. Let's take a look at how the numbers closed on Friday. The U.S. had another red day. The Dow 30 closed negative 0.24%. The S&P 500 closed negative 0.14%. The NASDAQ closed negative 0.03%. And the small cap 2000 closed negative 0.05%. Let's take a look at what happened over in the Eurozone. The DAX closed negative 0.55%. The FTSE 100 closed negative 0.15%. The CAC 40 closed negative 0.82%, with the Eurostoxx 50 closing negative 0.83%. Lots of red in the trading day. Let's take a look at what is going on in Asia. Some of these countries are currently open. The Nikkei 225 is currently trading, and it is positive 0.37%. They're open about 6 minutes now, along with the S&P ASX 200 out of Australia, which is currently negative 0.05%. The China A50, which is not open, doesn't open for about another 90 minutes, it closed on Friday at 0.22% in the green. The Hang Seng closed on Friday at negative 0.37%. The Kospi, however, is open, and it is currently negative 0.23%. So that's what's going on with that. Let's take a look at our economic calendar. Traders, we have no high impact data today. None. Zero, zip, nada. In fact, my news page is less than a page. That's how little news events we have today. There's no data today being released that's going to affect our markets. So we need to keep that in mind as we go forward. Okay, commentary for today is we're hoping that we get a little bit of volatility in this week, and we'll see how price action reacts. You're going to see a couple of charts that are Friday charts because price action has been sideways, no movement at all. So we'll take a look at that. So, I'm hoping for a good week. I don't think today's going to be a good day. I would tell you, traders, if I didn't have things to do for other people, such as this and other things, I would shut my computer off and it would be a day off for me. There's just nothing to move these markets today, and I think it's going to be an absolutely boring trading day. So with that sour note, let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. All right, here's the Euro Aussie. You can see it's, it hit that high last Thursday, and then, it's wilting its way down nicely. And now it's just hanging out at this 55 exponential moving average. I don't want to take this trade here. Like this trade, we needed to take up at that 1356 area, right? Here, we're in a sideways price action. We have no idea what this is going to do. And if you take the trade, you're falling right into the 200 exponential moving average. Not my kind of a trade. We need this to pull back up to the R1 at that 1356 price level, and we'll take it out at 1259. We just have to do something with this, right? Now, if it works, we have a nice 90 pip trade on the euro dollar. But I'm not bullish on the dollar, and I'm not going to trade this counter trend to the upside. This pair is bearish. Go to a 4-hour, go to a daily chart, go to a weekly chart. This pair is bearish. I have no desire to buy the euro. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the pound. Pound did very nicely for us on Friday. Actually sold off really nice. Went through the 200 exponential moving average. Now it's sideways, but we're at support. And I don't think this is going to break the 200. So I'm wishing my lucky stars that hopefully this will pull back up to the 131.50 area. It doesn't have to get to 62, but 50 area, and we can sell this. This is going to be a tricky one, traders. We're going to have to see how Asia responds to what happened on Friday. So we'll just take it really slow on the pound. I want to sell the pound dollar. Everybody got all excited and made money in the first 3 days. I listened to a lot of different sites and a lot of rooms, and I'm pretty involved with what's going on in the markets, and I'm listening to what they call themselves gurus. And, sometimes they're right and sometimes they're really, really wrong. Sorry, traders. So we're going to really not probably do much with this unless this falls off the cliff and we'll go down and see if we can get into a higher time frame or lower time frame and get in this. But this would have to break the 30-40 area before I'd even think about it. I don't think it's going to do it. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie dollar, good old commodity pair. Not much to say here. Let's see it pull back and give us a pullback to the 618. I'm sorry, that's the 38.2 Fibonacci level. And we'll see if we can sell that from there, but we definitely need a pullback. I don't want to be shorting this here. Look at this price action left of the chart. You're just going to get bounced around and beat up. And the other thing is the 10 exponential moving average is below price. So I think this trade looks like, out of any of them so far, this one looks like it could work out. And maybe we'll get this pushed back up. And if it goes up to the 61.8 at the 200, that's great. Let it go. If you're a counter trend trader and you can comfortably do that with your risk management, take the ride to the upside. I stay within the trend, though. I have no desire to counter trend trade currency pairs. I am very patient. And trust me, sometimes that gets very frustrating because this is how I make my living, right? All right, let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. Euro Aussie's at a great spot. We talked about this area on Friday, and now we're just waiting for the same thing. Now we can take this trade if this comes back up to that R1 pivot point. Okay, we can take that, and we'll just sell it. Or you can wait till it breaks the daily pivot point and take your first profit at the 200 and your second profit at the S2 reversal pivot point. So we're going to try to get it. We'd love for this to get out at 1.4677. Sorry, traders, I forgot to put a price level in there. Looks like 4,800. So really want 47.95, and we can get in this to the downside. All right, let's take a. I want to see if there's anything else I want. Well, there's a couple of things I like. One is the 10 is above price. The 55, even though it's there and it's been rejected once, is sideways. It's turning sideways. It means the bulls are losing strength, and the bears are looking like they want to take over. So we'll keep a really good eye on that. All right, let's take a look at the euro yen. Crazy euro yen. Did its thing. Gap is closed. Now it needs to pull back to the R1 at 113.81. We'll get out at 113.46. Now I'm a price scaler. So if it made it down to this 200 exponential moving average, I would just take a couple of lots off and just leave one or two on as a runner and see if we can get down all the way down to 112.70. And that's how I would look at that. So this has an opportunity to give us a great trade today. Tokyo's open, so hopefully the finance minister and the Bank of Japan, Governor Kuroda, and Abe start yapping at the jaw again today, and maybe we can get some trades in on this one. That's the hope, because there is no data today, my friends, none. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. Really simple trade plan, folks. This chart alone, this is only a 30-minute chart. This is in a downtrend. We need this to pull up, give us a pull back to like the daily pivot point, which it's really at. So really, if this gives us a red candle below the low, 4 candles back, we're just going to jump in this baby and just take it down. Where's your stop going to go? Right above the daily pivot point. You're going to miss 12 pips, right? Right above the daily pivot point. I wouldn't even go above the trend line, the daily pivot point. And boom. And see if this thing goes down. It's closed there already, so let's take advantage of it. Just another thing I wanted to mention is that oil has maintained above $48 a barrel even through the weekend. So we'll keep an eye on that when you're looking about the dollar CAD. The dollar should be weak and the CAD should be strong with these oil prices heading back up to 50. I said it 3 weeks ago, it's going back to 50, and it's going back to 50, friends. Oil's going back to 50. We're going to sit between 50 and 41. It's just going to go up and down. That's the way it's going. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for joining me on Monday, August 22nd, 2016. Traders, have a great trading day, and always remember to trade smart and not hard. I'll catch you in about 24 hours. Take care now. Bye-bye.